Following a toxic waste dam burst at Sino Metals Leach, Zambia on February 18, 2025, farmers at Mwambashi, Kalulushi District are still waiting for compensation months later. The spill released acidic water that destroyed crops, polluted water sources, and killed fish, birds, and other wildlife in the area. Although Sino Metals apologized, some stakeholders say the disaster could have been prevented. They accused government officials of protecting the company while local communities continue to suffer. Farmers earlier rejected a proposed compensation package of 60,000 kwacha meant to cover just a few households, calling it an insult compared to the scale of damage. The government later announced that all 507 affected farmers will receive over 16 million kwacha, but no money has been paid so far. Here is a report.
In Zambia's Copperbelt province, the promise of development from mining has come with serious challenges. On February 18, 2025, a chemical waste dam at Sino Metals Leach, Zambia, burst, flooding farms with acidic water that destroyed crops and poisoned water sources. The spill also killed fish, birds, and other wildlife that relied on the water. Months later, no farmers received compensation despite promises from the government and the company. Farmer Alice Chirufya lost everything she planted. The damage left her with nothing but uncertainty. All my field was submerged in acidic water. 2 lima of maize, 2 lima of groundnuts, and 1 lima of beans. That's about 12,500 square meters. What am I going to do now? Where will I go? Feel pity for me. College student Matthews Musonda now fears for his future. His education depended on that harvest. My parents depend on farming to sponsor my education. I am in college, but I don't even know if I will finish now. Mwambashi ward councillor Betha Mulenga has stayed close to her people since the spill. I've stayed with my people. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night just to check how they are coping in these difficult times. Zambia Environmental Management Agency Board Chairperson Lovejoy Malambo confirmed that acidic levels in Kafue River and the surrounding streams had been neutralized. But the question remains, what about affected farmers? Environmentalist Rolf Shenton says the spill was entirely avoidable and shows deep failure in enforcement.
From the beginning, I think that Sino Metals got away with murder because they were supposed to be responsible. The law is very clear, and the rules on the mines are very stringent. And if the rules had been followed from the beginning, that dam should never have burst, because there are standards in mining which are really rigorous. And so whoever the regulator is at the time when that mine was being opened and the dam was being built, that is where the problem starts. That's the root cause of the problem. People taking shortcuts, extending small dams to become big dams instead of scrapping that small dam and building a proper big dam from beginning.
Sino Metals Leach Zambia chairman Zhang Peiwen admitted fault and apologized. Governance analyst Wesley Mianda says apology and talks mean little without action.
We wonder as to why up to now none of these farmers has ever received that compensation as agreed. Now, are we only good at talking? Are we only good at talking instead of acting? Because this issue does not need any politics. It does not need anyone to issue empty statements over that, because that is mockery. That is ridiculous, actually.
Copperbelt Province Minister Elisha Matambo admits no money has reached farmers, though compensation was promised for up to 3 years.
I don't want to tie myself because like after not me who's determining the thing. I've told you that the report was supposed to be seen by all the ministers. That was done last week. Now it will be going to DMing, the office of the Vice President. So as soon as they also go through and clear, then those people will be asked to pay the compensation.
But Minister of Green Economy and Environment, Collins Nzovo, referred all questions to the Ministry of Agriculture.
I would rather that question is directed to agriculture because they are the ones who are responsible for assessing the damage. Because that was compensation as a result of their loss of the crops. So there is a way they did it. I think they were calculating the loss in a certain way. So maybe try and get hold of Honorable Mtoro.
The Minister of Agriculture, Ruben Mtoro Piri, said he hasn't fully briefed as he was out of office, then stopped answering calls.
I've been out of the office for almost 2 weeks now. I think I need to settle and get updated. Otherwise, I would be responding wrongly onto a subject where I'm not yet briefed fully.
The toxic water may have dried up, but the damage remains. The land is poisoned. The families are waiting. And the promise? Still unfulfilled. Sokosi, Silvester, Banda, reporting.